Oh shit! When you bumped it.
Oh, fuck.
Hang on.
Goddamn Brian!
Oh, man.
It's always Brian's fault.
This is why I can't be in charge of this stuff.
No.
Hang on,
That's not
guys.
what we
Sorry.
think it is. Are you guys
Technological
wearing
differences.
with that? Was this earlier?
Yeah, this is just when we were still inside.
Yeah, it
Oh,
must
this
have been.
was.
Because you guys are wearing.
Hold on.
what
Yeah.
that
What
is.
is going on
Like-
here? Hold on.
Sorry, guys. We're having... Brian fucked it up.
Can you hear us?
They can hear us.
Yeah, the sound's going.
Oh. Hey, guys.
We'll try.
So good to have you. Nice
Sound is
intro
going.
stuff.
The video is not working. Why is the video not
Oh,
working?
no.
And it's dead. Like, it's not even.
Well, anyway, so this is Pints and Pistons. We don't have a Daniel right now
Okay.
because he went to go pick up his son from soccer.
So rained out soccer.
Rained
practice.
out soccer.
He
So
should be coming
we
back.
have a Zach.
Hey,
Hi,
that's
Zach.
me.
There we are.
Hey,
Are
we fixed it.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah, give it a second.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a delay going on.
I had to
Okay.
flip it
Yeah,
around
yeah.
to things
All right,
and
cool.
Well, that
Understood.
that right there is a Chris.
that.
Yeah.
Yep, there we
There
go.
we are.
There's a whole group. Check that out.
Hey.
There we
Yeah.
are.
All right,
There
we
we
fixed
go.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Small one.
Small what?
Lizard.
Oh,
Where's the big one at?
Lizard.
behind
Lizard.
here.
Lizard.
Yeah,
He
Lizard.
has no
that's it.
tail right
Lizard.
now. Someone took his tail, but he's still this big
Ah.
long.
Yeah.
He looks
Here.
like a freaking iguana going around.
Just throw
Look
it.
at me, I didn't curse.
No, you don't. You don't throw a beer like this.
Also,
What?
do you need to ride home? Because Dan's not here, so
No,
I just
Dan
realized
should
that.
be coming back.
I just realized that. I'm like, hold on, Zach, how are you
And
getting home?
I really do live like
I know you live
a mile away.
not even
Like,
right
yeah,
down the road, but I'm
exactly.
just all of a sudden I just realized I'm like, hold on a second, Dan's not here, man.
Dan's not here.
I don't want to
man.
read this
I'm
out.
Dan.
There's no read in or
But
anything.
I do like how this says, keep cold, drink yesterday.
Where's it say that?
Right by the bar.
All right, so first beer up, we got Three Sons Brewing Company's McGorry's Irish Red Ale. By the way, hi everyone. We're Pints and
Hi.
Pistons.
Have we,
We're a
three,
car
this
and
is
beer show.
Three Sons. Okay, we've had this brewery before because it was like this name sounds.
Have I
familiar.
had
No, we've
three
had
daughters?
Yeah, we've had 3 daughters.
We've had
I
Three
don't-
Sons before. We've had 2 beers that are from Three Sons.
I
Because
wonder
we
if I've
thought
had
it was $3, but the Three Sons is out of the Pompano.
I'm pretty sure we've never had this though.
No, we have not had this. We've had Three Sons before because they're out of the Pompano,
Oh.
Pompano Beach, and that.
All right, well, let's...
I know you're gonna do your fancy looking up, but no, I think it was
We
one was a C type.
had Three Sons Brewing Company Fest Beer.
Yep, that was one of the
Three
Super
and-
Marzen Bros.
Yeah, the Super Marzen Bros
Oh,
was.
we've had this one.
We have.
We have.
Oh.
Episode 132. It's been a
Was-
while.
Was I at?
Hey, well,
I
we
wasn't
tried
at
it.
episode 132.
No,
This smells like the bread from a
I don't re-
Domino's pizza pie.
I don't remember
I
episode
don't,
132.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't even remember last episode. So.
Well, for the second time around,
Hey, it's not the first time we've repeated.
Slancha.
Slancha.
Hey, and this seems
Chin
like
chin.
it would be better than a hibiscus ale.
oh, it's very much better,
Better
than a
hibiscus ale.
Let's
so-
be real, though. That's not a high bar to clear.
No, it's better than the Michelob Ultra Gold Organic.
Yes, again, not a high bar to clear.
So yes, I'm not upset repeating it.
No, me neither.
I'm not
Yes.
upset that we've done this before because, well, it's delicious.
It is. It is. Not in my top 10 of reds, but it is a delicious beer.
So this
It's a red.
this is a
That was
red?
the important thing.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Did you
It's
see
lovely, isn't
Did
it?
It
you
says
see
Irish
the,
Red Ale.
the
Okay.
red that I posted that to y'all that we got at Islands of Adventure?
Yep, I've had it.
So it's a Hog's Head Scottish Red Ale.
Yep.
And that. Really freaking good. Really freaking good.
I think I've had one other beer with you fine gentlemen that was identified, or you guys spoke of as a red?
No, you've
And
had a
I-
couple.
A couple?
You've had a
Okay.
couple.
Well, one that I remember particularly that like this is like, I don't know, to me like a solid 5 out of 7. It's not bad
The
in
last
any
one
way.
that you had was our number one.
That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah,
like
that
I would
was
put
our-
it in my top like 4th or 5th
was
out
gonna
of
say
all
that-
the ones that I've had here.
that was our number one
Yep.
Uh,
that
uh,
last one you had was our number 1 beer.
Right.
overall. Not
Like
even a
we've
red.
all agreed
Right.
that was the greatest beer we've ever had.
Yeah, and when I found that one the first time, it was when ABC was still doing their brew stop. So I literally took in my stainless steel insulated growler that I had primed with ice to get the inside of that bitch cold.
Right.
Me and Mike went and got it, and then we went over to Chris's. And
Yeah, because the guy's like, it has ice in it. We're like, fucking dump it
just
out.
dump it
Just
out.
Dump it
I
out.
told him, I said, I'm just priming it. He's like, that's kind of a good idea. Dumped it all out, filled it up, brought it over to his house, and it was probably, what, 3.5 hours later from the
Still
time that
ice
we
cold.
bought it.
Because you even picked me up that day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like we met each other. Like, you picked me up probably about 3 o'clock from here
We went over there.
all the way to Crystal River, so it was about 4 o'clock by the time we got there. It was about 4:30 by the time it got filled. By the time we got to your old house in Citrus Springs, it was way past 5 o'clock, almost 5:30. And then by the time we had it on the show
It was probably 8:30.
Yeah. And it was frothy.
Yeah,
It
frothy.
was
It was
so good.
like,
So
I mean,
good.
it tasted, when we poured it out of there, it tasted like you had just pulled a draft.
Because it was one of those, as soon as you opened the top, it went...
I was actually going to comment on this. Not very bubbly.
Not
And
carbonated.
I like that.
Most
Makes it a
most
lot easier to,
reds,
like-
most reds are
Right,
like
okay,
that.
see,
Yeah.
Most
that's-
European beers are like
Yeah.
this,
Okay.
to where it is very low carbonation. And the reason why? Do you know the reason why?
I don't.
It's because who makes all of the English electrical stuff?
Why did the British drink warm beer?
Because-
Their refrigerators are made by Lucas.
Oh.
And why don't every single British car run electrical?
Well.
That's why they drink warm beer. It's because their fridges don't run either. But yeah, so it's not because of that, but most European beers are
Yeah, low
not
carbonation.
that carbonated.
Okay.
Or the styles, anyway.
I like that.
It's
Yeah,
more,
this is good.
It's
Yeah.
more of American beers that have the carbonation with them.
Right.
And that's because for a long time, Pilsners were the only thing you could get in this country.
Yeah. Because it
See, I
was
like-
like a fucking soda,
Yeah.
the amount
Right.
of carbonation that
Well,
is
there
in
was that one stout, that Goat Locker stout, that was, I don't know what the deal
God.
with that was.
That was like sucking on a
Poured
CO2
out,
tank.
it poured out, it looked like motor oil. You're thinking, yeah, this is going to be thick, this is going to be fantastic.
As soon as it touched your mouth, foam.
Instantly turned to foam. Like,
You didn't even get a liquid touching, like it touched your
it was,
mouth.
it was almost like a
foam.
mouth. It was almost like a mouthful of Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't actually taste the beer
Right,
because
exactly.
it just instantly fizzed.
Right.
That was the first one that Dan got from Maine, and then when he brought back.
Yeah,
And
so I don't know if
because
that was. I don't know if it
from
was
like
an
a
issue.
brewery or something.
I don't
like
know
a
if it.
local
I don't know if it
brewery.
was an issue with an altitude thing or something.
But-
Something went wrong with that
It
one.
looked great in glass, but see, it was like having a sip of diet uncaffeinated Coke.
Right, I was gonna say that
It's
I've noticed
that-
this out of a
it
lot of
just-
cheap light beers, especially that like it just really tastes more like TV static.
Oh no!
than, like,
This wasn't a
tasting any
taste.
kind of
This
beer.
wasn't a taste. It was literally once the liquid touched your tongue,
Mhm.
foam.
Oh,
foam.
Yeah, that's
And
like
you couldn't even
straight
you
foam.
couldn't even taste the fact that it was a stout or a
Right,
porter or whatever.
sure.
It was just it just instantly went.
Mm.
Like, oh well, don't
Yeah,
know what to do
and
with
we
this.
we could never taste it, so we couldn't actually like
I want this
say
with,
what
like,
it tasted
honey.
like.
I want this with, yeah, like more.
Good choice.
Chris
Chris.
is watching, by the way.
See,
He commented, Technologia!
Technologia.
Technologia!
See,
Where'd you find
want,
this at?
You want this?
ABC.
Really?
Yeah,
You want
nice.
this with a little bit
It was
more,
in the
honey.
new stuff aisle.
Hmm.
That would be mead.
Oh my god.
They
I
still
love mead.
have,
Okay.
by the way, they still have the shelf space for Robonaut Red.
Mm-hmm.
They said they should be restocking it Friday.
Ooh.
So they might. I'm gonna swing by tomorrow and see if they've got any left.
Well,
they
today's
might
Friday.
have some.
Yeah, today's Friday.
Next
I know.
Friday.
Yeah.
No, this Friday. They said they were
mean
stocking
today?
it today.
No.
They said they were stocking it, so I'm gonna
I'm confused,
swing in and
so
see if I
yes.
can't get any.
Car spots. I got some good car spots.
on
I
the-
texted y'all the other day.
On the way here, a black Aventador.
Really?
Turning from 44 onto Independence.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen on
Like I just kind of,
Independence,
as I'm rolling up to the light, I see the tail light. I'm like, and
Right.
I was like,
Batmobile, right? Exactly. Yeah.
a pearl white, last gen, like the hybrid NSX. I've seen that car twice.
Okay.
Hell, yesterday I saw a sweet silver 8384
Yeah, you
GT.
sent
that thing,
that.
and like old guy driving it, whorehouse red interior that's not faded. It does have dual exhaust instead of the the two
Yeah.
out of one side, but it still had the stock wheels on it, like prior to the 10 holes,
So
and
it was
a
14-inch fucking like rally
Yeah.
magnums.
yeah.
looking
But
on
I
it.
mean, it was just, like I said, it was super clean, and like I said, when I turned off of Grover Cleveland onto 491, he was nowhere to be found, and all of a sudden he was in my mirror. His marshals were intact.
I saw a 1993 dark red Eagle Summit. Oh, not Eagle Summit. Eagle Vision.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah,
Nice.
the LHS.
yeah. The big body cab forward
Yeah.
cars.
Okay.
Yeah. Two-tone, had the lower dark gray on the bottom, untinted windows. Thing was not ragged out. That thing looked mint. Like, how is this thing in Florida with non-tinted windows? The interior was not like looked like it
Falling-
would turn to dust like
Garage
instantly.
fence.
Yeah, just
This
looking at
thing
it.
was,
Those,
but it wasn't like a super old person driving it. Like, the person was older, maybe
Yeah.
in their later 50s, but like, he wasn't like 80 years old, which you would think would be the original owner of that. Like, unless he was and bought it in like his 20s, maybe.
Entirely possible.
But
I was
like,
gonna say,
he looked in
no.
his like early to mid 50s.
So my age. He looked like
Yeah, like if you would have bought one
Mhm.
brand new, but like at that point there'd be a vehicle, like that wasn't a
I was gonna say
collector
the
item or
luxury,
anything.
the luxury of a car, especially being here in Florida and untinted windows. My mom's, she had an '86 Cutlass for so long, like they got it in '88. My parents did together. It's an '86.
Mhm.
It had like 49,000 miles on it because it was a manager's car. Like, it was driven a lot during those 2 years, but still 50 grand on a car that's 2 years old. Whatever. It was 339,000 miles on it before it was sold. It like parked in the shade when it went outside.
Mm-hmm.
Its only son was on the road, and when it came home, just drove in the garage, and that was it. And the interior stayed nice. The dash
Yeah.
didn't get all cracked up and everything like a lot of those 80s
Yeah.
cars
Yeah.
do.
On the way home from Mine Street the other day, I had two car spots, one right after another. On 41, I passed an Aries K car convertible.
Oh,
That was brown.
what was it? Was it a Town and Country? Was it the wood on the side?
It had the wood on the side.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was brown.
Yes!
It was brown, tan gut, tan top, and the tan fake wood panels
Yes.
on it. And then on 486,
You don't understand how much I would actually like. Fuck it, I want to own one of those.
See, here's
I
the
want
thing.
to own one of those.
So you guys weren't alive when those cars were.
Yeah, well,
I was close.
You were
I saw him.
I was on the
I
tail.
rode in
I
them.
was on the tail end of them.
I'm talking about when the K car debuted.
Oh well, not when it debuted.
Oh,
Like I
I was
said-
alive then.
Like I said, when the K car debuted, like it was the car that saved Chrysler. And I remember as a kid seeing Lee Iacocca on TV saying, "If you can find a better car, buy it." Unfortunately, a lot of people did, but it did save Chrysler, and they were the first of the big three to get a bailout from the government or a loan. And Lee Iacocca with the K car,
Sorry.
they repaid every fucking penny of it.
Right.
Like, so I mean, the
Wow.
cars are significant in automotive history for the U.S.
Absolutely.
But like I said, they were everywhere. They were the inexpensive appliance car, and then they just disappeared. So now, when you see one that somehow
You're super
survived,
excited about it.
you're kind of like, it's a car that we were never excited about when they were new. We had one as our driver's ed car at Lacano High School.
But see,
Right.
but that's the thing about most of the cars that as car enthusiasts, you are like actual car enthusiasts that you are excited to see. It's like you'll see someone like the rare Lamborghinis or Ferraris and like, oh, that's cool. Aston Martins, that's cool. But then you see a random super clean K car town and country that has wood on the
Civic,
side.
Civics, Accords, Camrys, anything like that.
Something
This
that
might be
that
too
was,
new.
but it's something that was considered, and like not a collectible, but something that it was
That-
back
no,
then considered a appliance. It was an A to B car. You're super like excited to see
Because it's like, okay, because at first it was like, holy shit, it survived.
but then why
Wait a
is
minute,
it so clean?
why?
Right.
Who decided that this
I
was
was
the
just,
car to
you know,
save?
Right.
But holy shit,
Doug DeMiro just
I'm glad they did.
Just did his newest car review off of it was a 1989 Nissan two-door Pathfinder, and he's like it is the cleanest one in existence right now because it only has 800 miles, not like 80,000 miles, not 8,000 miles, 800 miles on it. It is all original, and he's like it is.
It's a time capsule.
This is and he was so nervous driving it. He's like, I've driven all these Bugattis, all this stuff. There's at least
The man owns a Carrera GT.
There's a couple hundred of those. There's 100 of this. He's like, this is the one. After this, there is none of these left. That
Right.
are
If
in-
I total this car right now, the gauge goes to zero.
Yeah, he's like, past there, you got, something that might have, 100,000 miles. But this is the only one.
Right.
Unless Nissan, and he said, unless Nissan has one in their museum, this is it. This is it right here. And I really
reminds
want to know
me.
what like it sold on Bring a Trailer because
I'll have
not Bring a Trailer, Cars and Bids.
I'll have to look into this and see if this collection is still around. But JD Nethercutt collection, their museum and everything. They actually,
Is that the one that's in North Carolina?
I'm not sure where they are. They actually started doing a thing where they were going around and they were buying Tauruses, Tempos,
Yeah,
Cavaliers,
all that stuff.
Luminas, Civics, Accords, 200
things-
200 SXs.
Culturally insignificant
These
cars.
insignificant
Yeah, you
cars,
kind of-
and the reason
The
why, but what they were
appliances.
doing was they were finding the best examples of these cars, like the best surviving examples of these mundane, everyday cars that everybody just used up and threw away. And the reason why they were doing it, and he says if you go back and you look at all of the cars that are surviving from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, they're all muscle cars. Mm-hmm. Like they're all like high up
Halo cars.
They're all Halo cars because those are the cars that everybody desired.
Yeah,
And
if
he
it was a
and he
four-door,
said,
it's fucking crushing.
and he says what's happened is people are getting kind of an inaccurate idea of what it was to drive cars back then. Because not everybody drove 454 Chevelles. Not everybody
No.
drove Camaro SSs with 396s. Not everybody drove a 427 Stingray.
No, you drove a Biscayne
with a big tank on 'em.
You drove a Biscayne with a slant six. Well, not
With a straight
with
six.
a straight six.
Like
into it.
that, and stuff like
Or
that.
if you had a dart, it had a slant six in it and a 300 tree.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what they were doing that for. I don't know if that part of that collection is still going. I have to look into it. But at the time, I remember seeing. But this was back when Speed Vision was still on the air, as Speed Vision. So it's been a long time.
So
Yeah,
the way
Zach's
that
been wanting to
the
say
way that
something.
you brought that up, I had other cars that I was going to talk about. Nothing terribly exciting, but I saw like a 91 to 93, just where they got rid of the square headlights. So probably the 93, 95 era Mercury Voyager minivan.
Yeah.
All black, gray interior with the roof racks that came with it, and one of those little black, like storage containers. This thing was the cleanest Voyager that you'd think you were in suburbia in 1995.
Well, that
Brings
And I
me
was
into
like-
a car
this is
spot
what-
that I
what
have.
is this actually
but it's one of
weird
those.
car to
You know
have
what that
saved.
thing was? It was actually a Nissan Quest.
Quest.
So
Really?
brings me
Yeah.
into a car
Okay.
spot. By the way, I actually saw this last week. Saw first generation Ford Windstar.
Okay.
Still moving under its own power. No smoke coming out the back. No
3
like
liter
major
V-
body damage.
3
or
liter
anything.
That's
V6.
rarer than an RX-8 moving
Like-
under its own power.
Ford Windstar, first gen Ford Windstar, just to drive it along, be in
So
a car.
That's
I was like,
95, that's 94,
that was
95.
that
Yeah.
was impressive.
So it had the single door on it.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, I think I had a buddy that had one of those through high
Yeah.
school.
It was
So
that
it went-
electric current
yeah.
red.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it only had a right side door on it. It
Right,
didn't have a left
exactly.
side. You only opened up to the curb.
That
curb.
was when they were
Yeah.
still overlapping with the Ford Aerostar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also on the way home from Pine Street the other day.
Was it a short wheelbase or long wheelbase?
They didn't have a
Yeah, those were just a. It was
That
the
was- that was a-
Aerostars. The Aerostars.
Aerostar
The
had it.
Aerostar
Okay, yeah.
was the short, and it wasn't a wheelbase thing.
Yeah,
The
it just
Aerostar
had the
was
it had the
Aerostars-
cap on the back.
Yeah, they just put an extra
Cap.
foot on the back of
yeah,
it
that's what
for
it
the
was.
Aerostar. There
That's what
wasn't
it
a
was.
difference in wheelbase.
So, and he also on the way home on 486 was like an 81 to 83 Toyota pickup long bed,
So
Nice.
metallic brown,
7
clean.
foot, 8
How
foot?
long is a long
8
bed
foot-
for a Toyota?
yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say was it 7,
6.5 or 7.
I can lay long way in it.
Yeah,
All right, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Neat.
It wasn't
yeah.
an 8-foot bed. It was
Yeah,
like
no.
a 7-foot bed.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say an 8-foot bed
You
on
gotta
the back of
remember,
one of those
most
would be so
like
funny.
even a short bed S10 from back in the 90s
Yeah.
had a longer bed on it than most 4-door pickups do
Today.
Right, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
4-door
yeah.
pickups only have a 5.5.
Yeah,
If
at
you're
the
lucky.
most.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like
That's
a
the
4,
long bed
a 4
option.
8
Yeah.
is like.
And speaking of
like up
Aerostar,
on
the
small
coolest
ones.
version of an Aerostar that I ever saw was when Brett and his family moved down here from Pennsylvania.
Bastards
His dad
again.
came down with an Aerostar XLT.
Oh, so it's a different truck.
Eddie Bauer.
Hold on. It's a different truck.
It's
so they're
another one.
borrowing it's not our normal truck, but they're still running the Q sirens. You're like, yeah, go.
Not today, fuckers.
Go get them, heroes.
4-liter, all-wheel drive.
Yep.
Like when they moved down here and they took the thing into Gulf Coast Ford for service, they had never even seen one.
So
But-
you gotta remember, I used to
What?
have an
Yeah,
Aerostar.
but we took that thing to a concert one time.
They're great.
It was at the Tampa Fairgrounds, and it had rained earlier in the day, so the
Fans
parking
are
lot was
so
all muddy.
Mm-hmm.
And as we pull in,
I want a van.
and as we're pulling in, a Hillsborough County deputy goes screaming right past us and almost hits us, and then he gets stuck. So Brett kind of allegedly pulls around by the cop, faces the ass into the van to it, locks all the diffs and everything, and just covers that thing. But then when we went around and we backed into a parking spot and went around the back of the van to have a wee before we went into the concert, it was Fight, Suicidal Tendencies, Metallica, and Candlebox.
Nice.
Which
Hell yeah.
Oh, that
Anyway.
was Mudfest.
that was Mudfest. Yeah,
That
that was
was
that was
Mudfest.
Mudtelica. It was
That
it
was-
was
yeah.
1994.
That was Mudfest.
Yeah, that was 1994. So anyway, I went to go around the back of the van to have a piss before we went into the venue, and there's like this big concrete drainage thing that would swallow a car. And I looked at Brett. I'm like, it's gonna be funny if we find a car out here tonight. And we found a car out there tonight.
Yeah.
The tow truck was circling around the parking lot looking for it, and we're like, yeah, we'll just let him keep looking. That was the concert that Brett's younger brother crowd surfed. He jumped the barriers into the pit section with the pit tickets. Crowd surfed, got an arm and a leg up on the stage until 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger looking motherfuckers came up there, picked him up, and literally threw him over the fence into the swamp.
Oh shit.
We didn't see him for like 3 hours.
He came back smelling horrible.
Yeah,
I bet.
he came back smelling like a sewer.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, nope, the hatch is open, your ass is riding on the back bumper on the way to the hotel.
Yeah. So yeah, no, there was a pretty good car spots this week.
I didn't see anything too interesting. I only saw like 2 enthusiast-ish kind of vehicles up in Gainesville today. Bright orange Focus ST and a S95 Mustang. But nothing...
The other ones I was going to mention is just like a couple of the Honda Acti and the Mitsubishi little K truck. And what's the little Mitsubishi van?
Delica.
Delica.
Okay, one of those. Saw one of those too.
So there has been going by work.
And over at Crystal River, there's a rural postal worker that has a Toyota Hi-Ace Grande.
Ooh.
There
Two-tone.
has been going on 46 at about 8 o'clock in the morning. It is a SN95. It is painted competition orange. It has to have a coyote swap of some type. I don't know what gen and all that, because the RPMs this thing is swinging, it's not a small block.
Mhm.
Like, even high revving small blocks, like, no, this is hitting like $8,000 fucking red line. It fucking seems cool. It sounds fucking good.
Ooh.
It sounds good. And I hate to say it, it sounds like it has an X pipe with Flowmasters on it, but
Being mid-mounted, it's going to sound a
Yes.
lot different than any of the newer Mustangs.
that's what I'm saying. This thing is glorious sounding. It sounds like a NASCAR going by, but it is high revving. Like it is not. It's not a small block.
Well,
So-
there's a couple of small blocks that'll do it. I've heard one of
Well,
them.
I
in
mean,
person.
LS or something like that. Well, it's not one of those. It's not one of those.
Now I'm talking old school small blocks.
Yeah, well,
Years ago, I was in my Fox body, and I actually had a guy in a real deal 1969 Camaro Z28 with the ZZ3
Well, yeah.
with that 302 small block.
well, yeah, that's an 8
Oh,
grand
yeah.
fucking engine.
If you still have the electronics hooked up to it, if you take that off of it, that thing will spin 9,500 RPM, and he was top of third gear every bit of that. Like, I was rolling around with my top down, I was on 44, I was just going around the bend by Homosassa,
Oh, yeah.
Homosassa Trail. I'm just going around the bend, and I heard induction noise. And I heard it rev up, and I'm waiting for a shift, and there was no shift. And then he went by me at the top of third gear doing every bit of 9,500, and then he was 7 car lengths in front of me when he shifted, and I was like, that is the coolest fucking thing
Yeah.
I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
The sound that motor makes.
Yeah,
is
like I
just-
said, and that was the thing, like the
Yeah.
the Ford Boss 302s, which were really a clever, which is Windsor block with Cleveland heads. They made the same kind of noises because when we went down to the Bill Curry Ford show in Tampa, there was a guy that had an actual '70 Boss 302 that was still SCCA racing, and
It sounded glorious. Shit, that was a long time ago.
that was
Brian.
that was
Jesus
that was
Christ.
12
13
years ago. It was a long,
That,
but
no.
it's like 15 years ago.
That was me and Sabrina's first year together. Jesus Christ.
But
Wait,
that-
no, 14 because we had
Yeah.
just gotten to grab a blue
But that
car.
was also like cars like that will make an impression in a memory that you just kind of hang on to because of,
that
like
sound.
I said, just
oh
and the throttle response of that car. Just like it was idling at like 1,500 RPM, and he just spiked the throttle instantly. Blap, $6,000.
Yep.
Blap. It was
that
just
was
insane.
also the day we were doing laps around the dealership in the cars to raise money
for the charity.
whatever. And that's when I did the Fiesta ST.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need one of these. I need a Focus. And the guy's like, well, I can sell you this Fiesta. I'm like, no, I need a Focus. And that became my hunt of,
You eventually got it.
I know, I shouldn't have fucking sold it. Anyway, I'm going to get another beer before I'm pissed off that I sold that fucking car.
Speaking of cars we're pissed off that we sold, since he's not going to talk about his, what's one you got rid of? And you got rid of it, not like it wrecked or like stolen or whatever, like one that you sold willingly and regret.
I can only pick one.
I have, for instance, I had a '93 Del Sol that I bought for $300 and then sold for $280 and 2 packs of smokes and a ride to the airport, and I wish I would have just shipped it home.
So
That was such
I'm
a
gonna go with
such a fun
I'm gonna go
car
with
for-
two because I have two very
Okay.
different cars here.
Sure.
That one I regret because I loved it so much,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one I regret because I will never be able to have that car again. There isn't an amount of money that I could throw down on a table to make one of those cars appear.
Oh, yeah.
So, the one that I can never replace is my 1980 BMW 5 Series,
Okay.
which first 5. Okay, that's the first generation of the BMW 5 Series. Before that,
That was the E28, wasn't it?
E21 or
Oh.
E12, sorry.
Oh, even earlier.
E12 chassis code, right? 1980 528, which means it had the early 2.8
Just so
liter
you know.
M30 block,
This one is unfiltered.
and it's
So
Bosch
either
Jetronic.
gently twist the can or
I'm
pour,
gonna have
or,
to do-
or pour
Yeah.
partial
Well, spin.
or
yeah.
pour partial, then spin the bottom.
Right.
So Bosch Jetronic fuel injection, not
That's still impressive for, what do you
can-
say?
You can pour a
80?
little bit more.
1980.
Okay.
Pour a little bit more. Alright, now do it. Do a full swirl. You want to do about half and then you do a full swirl.
Roger that.
Great car. So
Kind of do like a
the
hard pour with it.
like big thing about that car was the brakes. So it shared the exact same brake system as a Lamborghini Miura. They were the
Dunlop.
same.
So they were Dunlops.
They were the same 4-piston solid mounted calipers on the front and 2-piston solid mounted rear calipers. That car stopped like nothing else I've ever
I was
experienced.
gonna say that's exactly what I have on my 2002 Z28 is like for amount of pistons that you have on your brake setup in 1980.
Do the Z28s have solid mounted?
I thought those were sliders.
Those are sliders.
Sorry. I thought we were talking about pistons still.
No, so
pistons that it's
so
pressing with
solid mounted calipers though.
Fixed calipers.
Fixed calipers, like
does this mean?
2 pistons on one side, 2 pistons on the other. Not 2 pistons on the side and it slides and clamps.
Right.
These are solid mounted like racing style brakes.
A monoblock caliper.
No.
Which gives a brake feel and a brake capability that I've never experienced with a sliding
So
caliper.
like a 60 to 0 in like 130 feet
So-
as opposed to 210.
My S30Z, they were 2-piston calipers, but they were monoblock fixed calipers. And I have recently found out that if you have an S30Z and you want to improve your braking, and I forget which rotor you use, that will go from a non-vented rotor to a vented rotor that will directly bolt to the S30 hub. You can use the front brake calipers from an 83 to 85 Toyota 4Runner, which will give you a 4-piston fixed caliper that bolts directly to the knuckle of a Z.
I love that.
But still, you still have drum brakes in the back. But we'll gloss over that.
I mean, 70% of your braking force is up front, so that's what we work.
Okay, I don't have my
and then
cheaters.
the other car that I regret is my Mustang. I will always regret that car.
No.
I will regret getting rid of it.
I am glad that I did get to drive it before you traded it.
I am glad that you got to drive it.
Because one, I got to feel an S one night. Well, no, I'd driven John's with the brake conversion on it, but I'd gotten to see what that MGW shifter was like.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for this one.
So am I, because as soon as I saw the can, I actually had another beer in my hand, but then I went over to the other aisle and scanned down and saw this one, and I was like, that looks like Summer in a Glass.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is Summer Sue Citrus Ale with I'm a dinosaur.
And this is from Toppling Goliath Brewing.
Yes. So a refreshing citrus ale brimming with sweet tropical notes that are perfect for a warm afternoons. Aromas of bright citrus bring a vibrant pop to this summertime ale. Unfiltered beer settlement is normal as 12 ounces. It is a 5.2 alcohol by volume. There's no IBUs on it, so we're just gonna say whatever. It is brewed beautifully in Dakota, Iowa. I don't know.
Decorah, Iowa.
It's the face of the gnome if you look at the map. If anybody else
The face
looks
of
at that.
Iowa.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the face of the gnome.
Yeah,
when you
it's-
look at the
right,
map, you got the hat. You
It's
got
got
the
lots
I
of
was telling the
floaties.
Yeah, I see that.
So,
Tippity tappity.
Chin Chin.
Ken Pie,
Skull.
Prost, and cheers.
Oh, that's strong.
Woo!
Not strong beer, but strong flavor.
Ooh.
Wow, Summer in a Glass.
That hits hard though.
That is exactly.
This might be my favorite beer that you guys have ever given me.
And honestly, I wasn't sure if you were going to be here tonight. And
That is-
the other
that
beer that I
is
had was a 4-pack.
Surprised.
And I saw this as a 6-pack. So first
Yeah.
I just saw it, and I just saw the end of it, and I was like,
Oh no,
Some-
5.2%.
Yeah, no, it's 5.2.
I thought you said 8. I'm
no,
sorry.
no, it's 5.2.
so anyway, like I said,
but
on the
it
shelf, I
is-
just saw the end of the box, and I figured, okay, 4-pack of this, 4-pack of that, great. They were the same price, and I'm like, this really looks like Summer in a Glass, and the weather's getting warm.
Right.
Pulled it out, 6-pack, and I immediately thought, I was like, I'm not sure if Zach's coming tonight, but I think this is going to be a Zach beer.
No, dude. I'm taking a picture of this because this is my favorite beer.
Well, like I said,
It is.
I got this at Total Wine in Gainesville today, so
It is very flavorful. So it's not that it's like blowing your brains out with like the alcohol and that. It is blowing your brains out with the flavor. It is so citrusy.
it is juicy.
And it is like biting into any form of citrus that you want, like either an orange or grapefruit.
I'm getting grapefruit from
Tangelos.
well, yeah,
sweetened grapefruit.
but it's just one of those. Like it is straight juice, but it is a hard hit initially, in a good way. Like,
so
in a
it's,
really
it's
good
a
way.
grapefruit that's been cut in half, and then you took it and you ground it into sugar, and you're just licking the top of the grapefruit. That's what I'm
I don't
getting.
know. I'm not allowed to have those anymore. So. Also, Chris, how many payments left on the hat?
Huh?
How many payments left on the hat?
Oh, I got this for free.
Oh.
Free.
Yeah.
Did
So-
it come with KY jelly?
No, it's free. When you buy a $12,000
I was gonna say it
toolbox,
came to $12,000 in debt with everything else.
yeah, when you buy a $12,000 toolbox, you get a free hat.
Free hat, free hat,
Free
free hat,
hat.
free
Uh-huh.
hat.
No, this was. I want to say these are $20 on the truck.
Alright. I'm still
Their
making,
swag is actually really reasonable,
I'm still making payments
like
on my
hats
beanie.
and.
I was gonna say, so how many weekly payments on that?
I was gonna say my beanie. I'm still making
50
payments
payments
on
of
it.
$1.39.
You guys would be really proud of
Listen,
me, actually.
my-
I don't owe any tool trucks any money.
I'm fucking proud. Yeah, dude, actually. That's to say
It took
that.
a lot of work to get there.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Because there was a point where I owed a tool truck $7,000.
Yeah.
That's it?
happened.
You know,
That's it.
You know,
that's those
that
are
is
rookie
one
numbers.
back in the day, I mean, we had Craftsman.
Mm-hmm.
Solid tools. I fucking miss American-made Craftsman tools.
Yeah.
was gonna
I will
say,
never get-
think,
I will-
I think my Craftsman
Most
set
of
is
my
the
toolbox-
last.
I will never get rid of my American-made Craftsman tools. Someone can hand me like the fanciest fucking tools, Boxo, Snap-on, whatever. I will never get rid of my old Craftsman tools.
So,
Ever.
Right.
when you open my top drawer, okay, I've got all my sockets arranged in an organizer on my top drawer. All of my sockets are old Craftsman sockets from one of those big three-drawer sets.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I bought to start being a mechanic, and
Yeah.
I've never had to change them out. And
Yeah.
you know what? Do you know what the
This
difference
is the
between
same one that I had. Like
when
the
you take a bolt
412
off and you're using a Craftsman socket versus a Snap-on socket?
There's no tool truck payment.
There's no difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now what I was bringing up to is now with Harbor Freight stepping up. What Harbor Freight tools used to be an absolute joke.
Yeah.
They're not
They're
anymore.
not.
No, Icon
They're
is
not anymore.
absolutely.
Well, even the Quinn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We did a lot of work on the Mustang using that impact set that I got
Yep.
on during one of the parking lot sales, and then I've used that. Fuck, I've done brakes on my car, brakes on Dad's car. We did work on that. We did Collins brakes.
We're about to do brakes on my car and brakes on
Oh,
Jason's car too.
it's-
So
When we do brakes on your car, your shit's coming over to my house because
It's,
my garage is flat and it's in the shade. So
It's
yeah.
well, we're
so
about to do
hard
Jason's too. So we're about to
How
do,
many miles on his car?
I don't know, but he says he need brakes. I need brakes on mine.
Yeah, I know you need brakes,
I
but-
really need brakes.
Yeah,
on mine.
we're doing those at my house.
Yeah.
Yours, we're doing at my house.
yeah, it's
But
so-
like I said, and the only one I had fail, and this was a result of Collins brakes, was the 10-inch long extension bar.
Uh-huh.
The rear caliper, somebody had done the fronts on that car once before, but GM has that weird yellow-green snot Loctite stuff that they
Uh-huh.
use on their caliper bolts. The backs had never been done.
Uh-huh.
And they were arranged in such a way that the only way I could get to them was impact, adapter, 10-inch extension, swivel, socket.
Yep.
And me and Jason did one side, I did the other side, and we're basically just sitting there on the bolt and just sending it. It took
Uh-huh.
like a minute
Yep.
of just solid. And when everything came off, it's hot as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened was the end of the extension bar had gotten so hot that the little retention ball.
Yep.
But I took it back to Harbor Freight. I was like,
And they swapped
I
it
was
out
like,
for no problem.
I broke it, and she's like, was single or a set? And I said set. She was like, okay, whatever, grabbed it, new one. So it was just like going, except for being USA made, it was just like going to Sears back in the day.
So, I will say this about Harbor Freight as far as their tools and what they've done recently. So, I've said for a long time, I would go right now and buy an Icon toolbox. The big, like,
Yep.
72-inch 3-bay Icon toolbox.
Yeah,
Because you can get
If
that
they
for-
would have just put a positive locking latch on the drawers.
I do not. That's the one thing about those and the general box. I do not like the plastic slide latch.
I'm
thing.
fine with the plastic slide because it's some form of positive latch
Yeah.
on that drawer. The Icon boxes have those friction slides on them where It just, the friction of the slide is the only thing holding that drawer closed. And I don't like that because if I've opened a drawer that's too heavy and it starts to tip,
Everything comes out.
all the
Everything
drawers
comes
will
out.
slide
Yep.
open,
Yeah.
and it'll kill you.
Yeah.
It's a safety thing to me.
Yeah.
The Icon G2s are releasing soon, and they have the same like flip up latching system on the front of the drawers,
Like the
Good.
old.
like the
Good.
Snap-on Master
Yeah,
Series
nice.
boxes.
Yeah.
Might be a new investment
But-
plan for me.
I wonder,
Unlike-
I wonder if it's going to be a lawsuit like the Daytona Jack.
Unlike the
Get it
Snap-on
early.
Master Series box, it doesn't cost $27,000.
No, it costs what, $2,000?
So the bottom box
For-
will be about $3,800,
The upper,
and then the upper will be about $1,900,
and if you
and
do
then the side locker will be about $1,800. That's what they're estimating at this
and
point.
it'd probably be about 800 or 900 or 1,000 for the hutch if you go that route.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The
The
hutch
side
will
locker,
be about
the hutch,
1,800.
yeah, right? Exactly. Because that's probably a route that I would go personally.
The current model-
Right.
So
base box
under
is-
10 grand versus
Barely
Oh,
five.
dude, yeah.
yeah.
Barely $5,000 to have a $27,000 Snap-on box in my bag.
Right.
Because I priced that out one time. We had so Snap-on has a separate truck that goes around and tours at different shops. It's called the Rock and Roll Cab,
Yeah.
and it's a big 18-wheeler style truck,
And it has
and they
all
have
the,
just the boxes
all
on
the
display.
all the fancy
All the
stuff.
fancy boxes. I had them price me out a Master Series with a hutch and a side locker, and it was $27,000.
And
Nope.
hold on. And that's without tools filling it.
Right, that's just
right,
a
that's
toolbox.
just a box.
That's just
Yeah.
a toolbox to
That's-
store my tools in.
the toolbox doesn't make you money. The tools do.
What I didn't understand
Yeah.
is I was asking him, I'm like, okay, what kind of radio does this? Does it have satellite radio come built in with it?
Sure, absolutely.
What motor does this have? Does it have automatic transmission, manual transmission? What are we doing here? And they're looking at me, and I'm like, bro, I can go out right now for $20,000 and buy a truck with a tool bed on the back of it.
Yeah.
And then I could load all my tools in that and drive them around.
Yep.
And it's got a fucking satellite radio built
Yep.
into it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
At
$27,000.
that point, you can buy an 8-year-old fucking F-350.
With a Napa,
Right.
and not
I
even
was gonna
and not
say-
even with a cheap bed, with
Yeah.
a full-on
Right.
Napa hide
Yeah,
bed.
if you go
Right.
old enough too, $27,000 can still buy you a diesel
Hey, Mike, how's it
tool
going?
truck. Like, hey.
I don't understand how they justify that. Now, I do understand how it works, and I understand why people buy them. I don't understand how they justify that price. And I asked them, I'm like, why is this worth $27,000? Oh, well, the engineering that went into it, it doesn't rack like the other drawers.
Because
I don't
supposedly
care.
it will always be worth $27,000. That's
Except
according to
it's
Snap-on.
not.
Yeah.
Right, it's not. You know
Right,
why?
Exactly.
Because I paid $6,000 for my toolbox used,
Right.
and they're like, we'll give you $4,000 for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you need to be giving me $8,000 for it because when I bought it, the dollar has inflated since then,
Correct,
so
yes.
it's worth $8,000.
Yes, and I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that either. That $13,000 toolboxes are now $27,000. That inflation. That's fine. Then acknowledge exchange. Like
But I love that about Harbor Freight.
that's
I love
okay. We're
that
paying for tariffs.
Harbor Freight's coming in and disrupting that market and saying, no, if you want a good toolbox, it doesn't need to cost $10,000.
The one, and like I said, Harbor Freight is it's brick and mortar.
And
You
I
can just
agree.
go there.
Right.
But I mean, if you go online, you can look. You can find like Tecton tools and Meng tools and things like that.
Shit.
Pretty from everything I've seen about it, everybody that's actually used Tecton and Meng tools, they're actually pretty goddamn good.
Yep. Canceled, don't fucking.
Right,
I mean,
right.
and then there's
I'll
like
be
Boxo
starting a
USA,
club. That's gonna be a
pretty
different
expensive,
channel,
but not
guys.
Snap-on
It's gonna be
expensive.
Right?
But
I like Sunex. I
Yeah,
bought
that's
quite
fine.
a few Sunex tools at this point that I've been very, very, very happy with.
Perfect.
Sunex, yeah, I have a whiskey flask from them.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I know.
Anyway. So,
All right, wait a minute. What are you guys doing over there?
It's
Nothing
the
that's gonna get
fact
us canceled.
That is $8.50, and we haven't even talked about our main topic that we made a title about.
Oh yeah, like I said, well, one of my car spots ties in perfectly with
Yes. So, I thought badge engineering. So many cars. What is your favorite badge engineered vehicle?
Oh. Wait. Explain that.
Badge
Break that
engineered
down
is basically a manufacturer
So-
like General Motors. Because General Motors has several divisions, they will take one platform that may have originally been a Chevy, and then they will share that platform with their other divisions, and their
hold
other
on,
divisions
hold
will
on.
make other cars based
know-
on
I
it.
know-
Chevy Cavalier
hold
and
on.
Pontiac Sunfire.
Okay.
Or
okay.
or
yeah.
I know him, Isuzu Humbre.
Okay, I was.
I know
Chevy
you-
Camaro
Isuzu
and Pontiac
Hummer.
Firebird.
No, yeah, I was thinking that too, and then of course I like the
Your
Humbre
Humbre.
a lot because that was. The
I know,
front
I
end
know.
that those little pickup trucks should have had.
I
Just
know,
saying,
I know,
it's
I know
aerodynamic,
you
it
love
makes
your
sense.
Humbre. That's why I was like, hold on,
fucking, you know,
Humbre.
Hombre.
Yeah.
What's
Isuzu
Isuzu?
Humbre.
No. Isuzu, but it was
The
the
pup.
Honda Pilot. What was it called?
Oh,
The rodeo.
The
Rodeo.
Rodeo.
The
Yes,
Rodeo.
I love an old Rodeo, man.
No,
Okay.
those
And
Now
they're-
you got that backwards though,
What?
because that was in Isuzu.
Oh,
then
and they
Honda,
just put
yeah.
the engine,
Honda
the
badge
V6.
engineered that into the
first generation.
the first
There.
gen Pilot.
Hey, he's got it right there. Nova, Omega, Ventura, and Apollo.
Oh, I've got
There you
another one.
I
Skylark.
I still have my first Blueprint Snap-on off-brand.
Now, hold on. Do you realize what he said? So how they off-branded all those, it's still spelled out Nova.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the thing of how they did, all those vehicles. It's still spelled out
Nova.
Nova.
Yeah.
Not a lot
What
of
about
people.
the Skylark Novas?
Not a lot of
Okay,
people
yeah.
knew that.
So
I like that.
my favorite badge engineering. Now it's not the best badge engineering. It's actually the worst badge engineering that ever occurred. The Cadillac Cimarron.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna talk
It
about
was the
that
biggest
Maserati.
flop that ever happened
It
because
was a
GM
Cavalier.
GM did not understand what they were
What the
doing.
assignment was.
They went, if we put plush seats into a Cavalier
And put Cadillac badges
and
on
put
it.
Cadillac badges on it, we've got a Cadillac.
Yes,
no,
we
you
do.
don't.
No, you don't.
Hey, Mercedes
Really
made a
don't.
smart car. It was a Mercedes.
Cadillac's done that a couple of times since
Right.
then too.
Go tell Sabrina. Ask her about a Chevy Citation.
The worst car ever. The most hated car of the 80s.
Ask her about it. Seriously. Say, hey,
What was
how
the
do you feel
other-
about Chevy Citation?
Well,
What was the other
already
Cadillac
fed
in the
us.
90s?
Yeah,
Hold
right.
on.
the
Hold on.
Elante.
Oh, yeah,
the
no.
Cetera.
Cetera.
That was an Opal. Or
That was an
Volkswagen.
Opel that was badge engineered to Cadillac.
I have been instructed by your husband to ask you a question. What do you think about the Chevy Citation?
I can hear her
I hear
laugh.
giggling, Chad.
I hear the giggle from
Falsest
here.
shit I've ever heard.
Whoa.
So that
that?
comes from, we did a quiz on YouTube. It was
No,
just,
Mike, the Citation X was not awesome. It was just a piece of shit with
It
different
was
stickers.
horrible. It was horrible. So we were it was like the, hey, watch this and guess the cars and all that. Every single guess had it was multiple choice in that. And for this 20-minute video we watched, every single answer, no matter if it was a Superbird, if it was a 440 Charger, if it was a fucking ASC fucking McLaren, D was always Chevy Citation X. And she's like, "This is Chevy Citation. This is Chevy Citation." It was never the Chevy
Yeah, I think the
Citation.
Cetera
Except
was
it
like-
was the last one. The
I think
very
it was
last
like
one was
an Astra.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was an Opel that was
I think-
badge
yeah,
engineered to
the
brought
Astra,
over here.
yep.
They even created its own mascot and everything.
The caddy that zigs.
What was
Yes, the
It
Zig.
should have zagged, man. It should have zagged.
What was the Maserati? That was a LeBaron.
Oh,
The
that was
TC by
The Maserati TC.
That was the
Chrysler-
Maserati TC by
no, it was a
I just
Chrysler-
remember Maserati.
Chrysler
badges on it.
TC by Maserati.
Yeah,
by Maserati.
Okay,
That-
got it.
Speaking of what we were talking about earlier, was based on a K car.
Perfect.
yeah.
So
Because
and
wasn't that a front wheel drive?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it was just a complete. It was an Aries K car. So the thing, LeBaron K car. So that was Lee Iacocca getting with Maserati. So at that point, De Tomasa had owned Maserati and
Okay.
De Tomasa, Pantera,
Right.
and that
Right.
Ford
and I'm
things.
Like, yeah.
They wanted.
There was
to
a
do
whole lot of cross pollination going
Yeah,
on right then,
they-
because
they-
at one
they
point they
wanted-
also owned Chrysler owned Lamborghini.
I will
Yeah,
say
well,
too
true,
that those.
but and this was right before that. But they wanted to do a thing, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make special cars. Hey, you do this," and then it was a LeBaron.
The craziest part of the lore on that car is the fact that those bodies were built in Europe.
They were.
They had to
They were
build.
built by Pininfarina. They really
they
were.
had outfitted special airplanes
to take
to
them.
load those cars' bodies onto these airplanes
No,
and
you're
fly
thinking,
them over here.
You're thinking of the Lantes. The
You're right.
Lantes.
You're
That
right.
was
I'm
the
thinking of the
Lantes.
Alante.
Because that was Pininfarina. They were going to bodies from
Pininfarina.
going over there to Pininfarina.
From
They were-
Carrozzeria
You know,
Pininfarina.
Yeah.
I will say that
Yeah.
there was something really attractive about those old.
They
like,
did all those
those
the
old
TCs
Chryslers.
on
the
FedEx.
convertibles especially.
yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
The
No,
door was open.
the other door
Oh,
was
hello,
open.
little beetle.
Yeah. No. That was
You're
was
right.
Alante.
You're right.
That was Alante.
Buddy.
I
But,
was mistaken on that. I get those
What do
all.
you-
I always get those confused because the story's very similar with those two cars.
But
My-
when it comes to badge engineering, my favorite one, and it will always be, the Capri, the 79 to 86 Capri, because it was the better Fox body.
It was
In
the
my-
more luxurious Fox body.
And, well, not even that. The looks of it, you had the white fenders.
The flared fenders,
Fr-
the flared
front
quarter
and
panels.
rear,
Yeah, the quarter panels were
Depending
done.
on what model you got, you didn't get a flat hatch. You got a bubble hatch. You got the rear lights were like encased in the bubble and all that. That was the best Fox body that you could get. And it was the same,
But all- I mean,
same
if-
exact thing.
but-
But again, it was also the only one that had different, like, actual tooling for fenders and all that.
But if you look at the Fox platform, like 1978 with the Zephyrs and Fairmonts and all that stuff, like my grandmother had a 78 Zephyr wagon.
I know, but it had the 3.3 Street 6 in it.
Yeah, but I mean, now everybody knows. Well, most people knows that all those cars were Fox bodies. So
Yeah.
anything that you could bolt onto a Mustang to make it go fast, you can do to any of those other cars
Right.
and make them go fast.
Which means LS Swap is one, set of brackets away.
And see, but
And I'm
but the thing about the LS swaps, I am so happy we're finally in time. People are going away from it. People are finally going away from the LS swaps, and I'm here for the Nissan swap.
Right.
I am here for
VK56s.
that.
And
I am
also the
here for that.
4.2 swaps and the other it is cool to see that because
I'm here for
also-
that.
And there's
I'm
there's
also
there's a
really
hand
enjoying-
there's a handful of drag and drive Fox bodies that have been Barra swapped as well.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm-
Just everything swapped. I'm tired of the LS swap because it is now the 350 swap in all the old hot rods.
Yeah.
I agree
They're
with
fun,
you,
though.
and I'm glad that we've moved past just LS swapping. But LS swapping everything, like LS Swap the World, created the swap economy
yeah.
to where we now have 2.3 EcoBoost swaps, 2-liter EcoBoost swaps,
3.5
Barra
even.
swaps,
Yeah.
Or
35
how we're even
swaps.
finding out
Ugh.
about this kind of
I
stuff
agree
with
with
the
you,
Nissan, the VK.
The VK56,
Yeah.
the VK56 is now going to be the cheap junkyard engine
Yeah.
Exactly.
For about-
Just for
Right.
$500.
for about 5 or 6 years.
Right,
Yeah.
and then and hopefully we find another
Some-
diamond in the rough
Yes.
because who would have guessed?
Well, there's
the
a lot of
Armadas
them
and
now.
Titans
That's the
would
beauty
have
of it.
that,
That's what
but-
I'm saying. The
yeah.
swap economy is great now because there are so many
Yeah.
good swappable engines that are plentiful. 2.3
aren't-
EcoBoosts
that
are a
aren't-
great motor.
Yeah, that aren't 350s or LS1s.
Right.
Right,
Like
exactly.
a 2.3 EcoBoost will swap into just about anything rear-wheel drive, and that's a great platform.
How
A
that-
3.5 EcoBoost is a great platform to build off of.
The amount of old hot rods that I have seen now that have either K swaps into them or the 2.3 swaps
Yeah,
into
Limas.
them. Well,
Yeah,
no,
well-
not even Limas.
The new ones.
full, the new
Yeah, the new ones.
2.3s or a full-on K swap, and that where it looks like an S2000, and you're like, holy shit, this is a 32 3-window Ford with a Honda motor in it.
Uh-huh.
They don't know what they're fucking looking at, but Jesus Christ,
We
this
do.
This is fucking great. This is
Kia
great.
Soul!
Like, this
Yeah,
thing
too.
rests at 10 grand. Like, holy shit. Like, this is hot rodding to a T.
Mm-hmm.
People will be like, oh, it's got a Honda motor in it. No, that is fucking hot rodding to a T. This
Yep.
thing can rev to 10 grand. It weighs under 2,000 pounds.
Right, exactly.
Like, this thing's a fucking beast.
Yeah,
That's
but
like Rob Dahm, who rotary swapped a Corvette, you know?
That was the
Perfect.
funniest
Perfect.
fucking thing
That
ever.
was great. Sneak
Cool.
into LS
Yeah.
Fest with a rotary swapped Corvette.
Oh my god.
They knew
And
he was
you know
coming though, because
what?
they ended up throwing him in
I
a
don't-
LS jail. But it was still funny
I
as
don't
hell.
think I could ever go to LS Fest because, first of all, I have an LS that I'm just going to open with as I pull up to this place because I know for a fact that every LQ motor that is in that place, and I've said it before on this show, and I'm going to die on this hill. I hate that people call LQ motors LS motors. I get why
Well,
they
hell,
do.
Damien
I
had-
don't
it's-
need
well,
help.
Damien had
but when
the
I
Colorado,
go look
and
something
everybody
up
was like,
for
"Oh, it's
my
LS."
LS1,
No, it's an LQ4.
I don't find anything for an LS1. I don't find anything for like aluminum blocks and aluminum heads. It's all about, well, I got these aluminum heads off of a 5.3, and it's like they're not LS
Yeah.
heads.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
But-
They're the good LQ heads.
Yeah,
Good
But
on
Da-
you, buddy.
Damien
But I
had
don't
that
care.
with his fucking truck.
yeah.
Oh man. So I'm glad that if we start moving away from LS swap the world, we might actually find the difference between LQ and LS.
I will say this,
in
though.
searches.
The
Well,
craziest
LQs are better than LSs at that
I,
point.
okay,
The craziest
yes. If you
LS
build them that far,
What-
sure.
when
I
you're
like
tr-
so-
when
a
you're
light
trying to
motor.
throw boosts at them. No, you
Right,
want to know.
exactly.
So the
You want
craziest
that.
LS Swap the World picture that I saw was a Cessna 172 with a cowling off of it and an LS hanging off the firewall with a gear reduction drive.
Oh,
And I
beautiful.
looked at that picture and I'm like, I need to do some research. So I did the beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop on some image searching, and I found a very large, high resolution image of that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I'm looking at the image, and I'm really looking at the image in full size. Like, I'm moving this thing all over my screen, looking at it. I'm like, that's not a Photoshop. So then I did more beep boop beep boop beep boop things on the old interwebs, and I just decided, let's see if I can find an STC for Cessna 172 General Motors LS engine swap. That's a thing. Somebody has
Beautiful.
actually put an LS3, LS2 or LS3.
The front wheel drive one, right?
No, it's a rear wheel drive.
Okay.
Made an engine mount, engineered it, gear reduction drive to to obviously so
Right.
the engine runs certain RPM, but propellers can
because
only
you
spin.
can't. Yeah. because you
Propellers
don't
can
wanna
only
rip
spin at certain
themselves
RPMs because
apart.
otherwise they'll just go flip.
Right.
And they have actually got an FAA registered STC
Perfect.
to LS swap a
Perfect.
Cessna 172, make it airworthy. Now, it does no longer classify as a general production airplane.
Experimental.
And not quite experimental, it's a limited production airplane. I think that's what they call it.
Okay. Cool.
So it's still a production airframe,
right.
but with a different engine on it.
Right.
I didn't read into all what they did about as far as cooling and radiators and things like that, but they've got it figured out, and the FAA is like, we'll let that fly.
Hey.
And yes.
Hey. Yeah. Like. And that's just it. Is the 4L slippy that gives, the LS is going to keep running. So absolutely put throttle to it and just let it cruise.
Yeah,
I would
but
do
mean,
it. I'd take one to the air.
Like I said, that was one of those things, and it's not the first time
Until
automobile
you
and
get all neutrals.
like
Until you get all
I said,
neutrals.
you're not taking a 4L slippy in the air with you. It's just the LS, and the LS will run on
and honestly,
4 cylinders.
Oh no!
and it's not the first time that automotive engines have been used for airplanes, and these are all experimentals. But Corvair engines have been powering
Yeah, right.
airplanes. Volkswagen engines, like I said, especially specially built Volkswagen engines known as AeroVs.
Merlin engines, they were tank engines.
And then there is a, I don't know the name of this, but I actually saw one run, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. It is a bespoke engine, like it's a bespoke crankcase and crank and rotating assembly, but it uses Volkswagen cylinders and everything, and it's a 2-cylinder.
Okay.
It's like a 2-cylinder engine, and it just kind of just sort of pops along. It's a cool little engine.
Yeah, a great way to make
But-
19 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't need a lot for an airplane that small.
Absolutely.
You know, when an airplane only weighs like 500 or 600
No, I
pounds.
want one of those go-kart ones that have the, I don't know what they call those
Gyrocopters.
ones. Gyrocopter? Perfect.
Yes.
I want one of them. That's, yeah. I want
Yeah.
79
I saw-
cc's of fury behind my back.
I
Just
saw a
turn it
TikTok
into
of a guy that custom built a small airplane, and when I say small, like it's a little bit bigger than an RC airplane.
Oh, was it the BD?
You sit in it and you got like 6 feet of
Was it
wing
the
on
B-
each
was it
side
the
of you
BD?
and open
I
the
don't
vest.
know, but it was running a Harbor Freight 212
Oh, yes.
on the front of it.
Yes, mini planes, mini bikes.
Like mini plane. That's
Yeah.
what it was. And it was mini.
Fuck,
Like,
everyone
this
gets
is an
mini
airplane
bikes.
you kind of
Everyone
sit
gets a
on,
mini
not
plane
Yeah.
and it's
in.
gonna pull us over. It's gonna
Let's do this. You're
Mini
in my wheelhouse.
planes.
Let's go.
Mini
Let's go. I know
planes.
how to take the governor out of that. We can run that bitch at 7,000 RPM.
Short takeoff and
Let's
landing
go.
will fill those wings that are made with like some sort of like
Mikuni
polymer
carb
material
hanging off the
with
side.
helium,
Wah,
so
wah,
it helps
wah,
you
wah, wah,
give a
wah.
little lift to the whole wing assembly.
We got
we
this.
give, yeah, we can
We
do
got
this.
We got.
Well, those, like
We
I
got
said,
this.
We're gonna fly around.
small airframes like that, like I said, experimental, ultralight, and even light sport airplanes, those airframes are so lightweight. It doesn't take a lot of power to actually get one of those off the ground.
Correcto mundo.
You know?
It's like
15 horsepower and you're flying.
It's like me jumping
I don't
off the
gotta
roof.
fly fast either.
two
Once
police
I'm up
bags,
there-
I float.
You can't stop me anymore.
Go.
You can turn on the cherries
Go
and berries down there, but I'm in the air.
Jesus Christ, Brand. Okay, fine.
Oh.
Thank you. No,
I had you.
I was just
no,
right.
I was
I'm sorry.
so light. 2 Publix bags, I can float off the roof.
Yeah, you can. That's true. That is true. Yeah, that is absolutely
If we get
true.
you a black trash bag as a parachute in case
I'm
the plane
gone.
goes
I'm
down,
gone. I'm gone. No,
Just-
I don't even need. I can
just
just jump
bail
in
and-
it
Whee!
He'll be flying around. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
On the next episode of Pints and Pistons.
we throw Mike off the roof with a trash bag.
It's gotta be the ones with the adjustable fucking
Yeah.
pull strap.
Yeah, the hefty drawstring. The hefty drawstring.
Gotta be the pull straps on it, because if not, I'm gone.
and scented.
All of a sudden, I'm fucking 800 feet up there. Where's Mike? Oh, there he goes. I'm like, wait, no.
Love you guys.
I paid to check to the church.
Yeah, it is that time. Dan did not show back up.
Dan didn't make it,
He
unfortunately.
should show up.
I'll laugh. He
Or
comes
I'm
walking in
home.
right now.
We should have hit that lunchbox.
yeah, I should have.
Yeah, if he had forgotten that, we'd have had him back here, but oh
Yeah.
well.
Yep. Well,
But hey, we had Zach.
Hey, I love
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Zach.
yes,
Thank
you were a good
Thank you.
substitute.
Yes.
Thank you for coming over.
Beard
Love being here.
alternative.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's-
I mean, that
hey,
beard
hold on.
actually like brings us back to the correct amount of
Hold
beard.
on. Beard alternative and hair on top.
Yeah, a
Yeah, he
little
does.
bit.
He does
Just
have
a
more hair.
little
That
bit,
does
yeah.
have more hair than
Gotta
Dan.
say, Dan hasn't had that
For
since
now.
season 2.
For now.
Right?
Exactly.
Season 2.
Summer's coming back, and I might chop it all off again.
No, it's actually, like I said, I actually enjoy having Zach here. I mean, because, one, like I said, we're all car guys, so we all kind of have a lot of similar
Right.
things going on. But he's a real newbie to the beer thing. Like we were when we
Absolutely.
first started.
Right.
Because we were all like, we may have had a Guinness before, we'd have a Newcastle before, or something like that, but we really didn't stray too far out of
Yeah,
just like
not
regular
something
beers.
called Summer Sue.
Like
you
we really
know,
didn't
like,
stray. We didn't
that's-
stray out a whole bunch, but like I said, Hawaiian Lion. So it's kind of cool now that we're this far into it, and the number of beers that we've had for our show, also the number of beers that we found just being at a pub somewhere and going like,
That seems awesome.
or somebody will be like, "Would you like to sample it first?" Nah, raw dog. Pour me a glass.
Yeah. Pour
Like,
me a
we'll
glass.
just go right
which,
in.
Which is like the beer that we just had at Pine Street, but then
Sarah.
also the other beer that we just had at Pine Street that I really need to find in this form because
Or at least a
Oh.
growler.
holy shit,
Yeah.
you'll fucking love it.
Yeah, funny show. I hope so. We try.
Yeah.
But no, so it's like I said. So for as far as the beer side of what we do, it's cool to see somebody just kind of venturing in and seeing his reactions to it. Because I know if we were to go back and look, some of his reactions are the same as what ours were.
Uh huh.
You're right.
But
sure.
like I said, we've got such a list behind us now that it takes a lot for us
Years
to,
of
Right.
practice.
you know.
How
For
many-
us, it's like, oh yeah, no, there's like
Coming up on
grapefruit
8.
notes and stuff in
8?
there.
Coming
He's
up
like,
on 8
whoa,
years?
fruit
So
and
we're
beer?
7.5. Coming
Oh
up
my
on
gosh.
August will be 8 years.
That's
8 crazy.
Years.
And our beer,
Wow.
like I said, I mean, this
They're
is
out for
this
like
is 181.
year-ish.
This is 181, average of 2 beers per episode. Some
Right.
of them had 3.
Correct. Yeah, and I've
So
been for some of those.
our beer list is extensive.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like now, and I don't say this to shit talk Guinness. Like now, if you want to kind of reset your palate for what is,
We get a Guinness.
we just get a Guinness. It's like the palate resets. Like, oh, that's our baseline again. There we are.
Yeah, and it's not shit talk that like that's a great beer, but it's one of those. It's a neutral beer.
Yeah,
To
it
where-
kind of puts you back to, okay, now we're back to where this is where
It's-
we, kind
it's
of
a
where we
neu-
started out.
It's a neutral flavor set.
It's like
to
jumping
where-
in a rental car again after driving a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this is a Cavallero.
Yeah,
I
right.
understand what's
So
going
this
on.
is a regular car.
Right.
It's like,
this is a Kia Rio.
it's like, yeah, so this is a regular car. But no, like I said, that part of it, like I said, seeing your reaction to some of the beers that we come up with,
It's great.
because like
Dude, that's
now,
why I enjoy
because
it,
we're
too.
because we're to the point now where it's like we look at beer, it's like
You know what it tastes like before you even open it.
Almost, it's like, you know
I
what?
can
Okay,
tell. Yeah.
like-
I got a pretty good idea what this is gonna be.
Right, exactly. And I walk into so much stuff like not
You're
knowing.
like, you're
at
like,
all.
hey, the
It's-
can's orange.
I
Can's
like
orange.
I like orange and I like dinosaurs. Like, this,
Then-
and
but
then
then-
I saw it was a
let's go.
citrus ale, and
But
I'm
then-
like, I can get behind citrus.
But then
ales.
also too, we're also still the ones that will look at a beer, and if the artwork and the name is funny enough, I have
Yep.
no idea what this beer's gonna
Right.
be. But that
Right.
can cracks me up.
Uh-huh.
Yoink.
It's like their wreck
Which
of Emmerich
actually-
Fitzgerald. It was one of those you just grabbed it because it was the wreck of Emmerich
Shot-
Fitzgerald.
Shotgun Wedding.
Yeah,
I saw the name Shotgun Wedding, and I was like, that's funny as shit. Yoink.
yeah.
I actually know a beer that you guys have not had, and I'm not going to say it in front of the camera, just to see if we can get our hands on it or how we can. But yeah, are we still on?
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, then, yeah. Well,
We'll
then
be
we're gonna
back
have
in
to go
2
so I
weeks.
can-
Thank you guys for
Bye.
watching, and y'all
Because
have
I
a
really
great
want to
night.
know what
Yeah.
Zach says.
Yeah,
about
you've,
I
uh,
found
you-
it.